Dylan's personal log, 20:05:16. So we've been spending some more time watching the port town. And one night, we see some guys gathering outside the southern wall, actually climbing up over the wall and interacting with the guys at Stockade, the sheriff and the mayor. We can see further off in the field some guys with horses. And part of me wants to just say at this point, okay, guys, there's some kind of bust going on. We need to do it now before they get suspicious and do reinforcements. But I just held my tongue. So we watched the thing unfold, and after a while, the sheriff and the mayor get out up over the wall, head over to the guy with the horses, and they take off. As we're seeing this, we go ahead and wake up our prisoner and say, hey, this is what's happening out there. What do you want to do? And he asks if we'll let him go. Well, yeah, here's your stuff. You can go. And he tells us to meet him at the southern crossroads in 2 days' time, at night. So we say, hey, roger that. And we're kind of tracking these guys that are leaving the town, and they start heading down south of the road, and eventually a single rider goes up, meets somewhere with this King's guy, and they head off south. Next morning, there's a house that gets burned down, and then a guard, we're assuming it's a guard, one of the locals, there's a mob kicking him out of town. He apparently doesn't want to go. He's trying to not leave, but then somebody, I think, points a gun at him. That's what happened. And then so he turns, started running, and then the blaster heavy machine gun starts opening upon him and takes him down. And then, of course, these bandit guys are having a hooting party off of that kind of thing. So not good stuff. So we continue to watch the town. That night we contragrav over to the crossroads. Land, a half mile. I think we're walking in, and as we're walking in, we can see with our goggles that not only there are guys further back with horses. There's 3 guys walking up the road from the west. They're walking up from the west. But there are 3 guys circling around us to the south, and 3 guys circling around us from the north. They've all got bows. I'm walking up the intersection. The 3 other guys come up. The certain guy introduced himself as the king. I'm going, what? Can't be serious. But we have some discussion on who we are, what we're doing, and that sort of thing. There's an old man there with a cane, and he asks, take a look at what's his name? Tegan's laser rifle. And so he looks at that for a while. We're discussing things. The guy, as soon as he kind of introduces himself, starts looking around, waiting for something to happen, like some kind of an ambush. Looking up, waiting for this, guys coming from the sky. I was thinking, the ship at the time, but apparently he was thinking contragrav guys, because we run to the pirates later on with contragrav artists. Well, it makes some sense, I guess. We kind of explained that these pirates, we're here to take them out. And they've been breaking our laws, and that's why we're here to take them down. We want to stop the mining operation, and we want to stop the Anzaraki ship from coming in. They talk about the lizard demons, but they mention horns, and I don't remember Anzaraki having horns. So there could be something weird going on, but there's some discussion on this kind of thing. Apparently, Anzaraki are just coming to take prisoners. They go in the mine and they select people out and take off with them. Why do they need such a big ship for just prisoners, though? Unless they're taking tons of people. It's beyond me. I thought they were taking the drug minerals, but apparently not. But the scout ship that has been coming in is coming in on a different schedule, and it's not really a schedule. Just every so often they show up, but it's a fairly long time in between stops. On a different schedule than the Anzaraki ship, and these king guys have got spies in the mine and in the town, so they're actually kept up pretty much on stuff and start feeding us information about the ship landing. And there's one guy, and he'll go in to the Octagon Tower, sometimes spend the night, but then he just comes and then he goes. So apparently he's the guy who's picking up the drug mineral. So that's something else we want to cease from continuing. We are taken to their camp. They get on the horses, ask if we want to ride double, or they'll just walk along with us and say, "You guys can take off." Tegan again says, "Hey, you guys just take off. We'll keep up with you." And then we all contragrab and follow along. Not too close, but not too far either. When we get to their camp out, people are very wary of us and our stuff and what's going on. The old man verified to the other guys that our stuff did not come from the ruins and things like that. In fact, there's some discussion later on when he said something about starfaring races, and that caught my attention. And so we started discussing things. Apparently, this old man, some kind of historian kind of deal, also an engineer of some kind, but he gives, they know that in their past that they've, traveled among the stars and stuff like that, and they're trying to get back to that point. I did ask about the pirates interfering with the king and the capital, because I recall there being, a pirate in combat armor on board the sailing ship that came up. And if the king's in hiding, that kind of made sense if they're actually doing something down there, but they're not. Apparently, the king is just not in hiding, but trying to progress an attack against the pirates here. And it's just his, trying to defend his people kind of thing. So we meet up with their planners, because obviously they've got people, which is something we don't have. Has been our biggest concern thus far, is we're trying to make, our assault plans on, how do we take out all three guns at once or fairly quickly sequentially, and then focus on just taking out the pirates themselves. We weren't too worried about the bandit guys, but again, you don't know how interlaced the bandits are with the pirates, and how much they'll be an additional force to worry about and contend with. So it's been really, suspicious is not the right word, irritating, kind of, how much can we do, how soon can we hit, what do we need to do kind of thing on our planning for this. But hey, these guys here have got a plan. They've got people inside, but they want to get non-combatants out of the town before weapons start firing. And there's a culvert from river that comes down into the bay, goes through the wall, and they've already arranged for being able to open up and then close again or replace, the culvert. They've got figured out, so they can take the bars out, get people through, and then put them back if they need to, kind of thing. So their plan is to start funneling people out. But before that, they're going to take control of the North Tower and the northwest wall guard. Just, up to the throat, throw the bodies down, and take over as their people. And so they got people to do that. They can do that. And then they are planning on taking out usually 3 of the pirates in the tavern. Again, quick assignment kind of thing. But they don't know about taking on the Octagon and the guys coming out. And obviously that's where we are. Plus, we want to take out the guns. They say they can take out the South Tower heavy machine gun just like they can do the North Tower. But they're concerned about the ship, which of course we're concerned about as well. The best thing we need is that in the air firing down on us. And we've got a handful of three demolitions guys, and so the plan is to set up demo all around the maneuvering thrusters to essentially blow any kind of control features that the ship would have as it's trying to take off, kind of thing. So they're going to sneak in a bunch of folks as prisoners in one of the wagons the next night. When we see them going in, our plan is to infiltrate via water, like Robin and I did last time, and then the 3 guys heading to the ship, and then Robin and I heading up the tower on contragrav to take out the guys on top. And then, at that point, we're waiting for a signal on when it's okay to start open firing. Things go fairly well to plan. We get through to the tower and to the ship. I try to invoke some of my Maliki stealth. Robin didn't quite catch on that. I was busy doing something, so when I'm finished, I look up. She's already halfway up the tower. She's looking down at me going, what's taking so long? Women. But anyway, so we get up. She beats me up there. She's walking towards the guy, and the guy's like looking at her. So I can't tell if the stealth suit is actually working or if he's just hearing things and is kind of trying to figure out what's going on or what. I pop up. I'm trying to get closer. We made a silencer for my body pistol, but I'm not that great with the body pistol either. And so my intent was to kind of like sneak up behind him, bang, put it up there, pop him off. But as I'm sneaking up next to Robin, she pulls down the face mask off of her sneak suit, so she's grinning at the guy, and I'm just waiting for him to start screaming or something. And she attacks him with her dagger. Just a vicious slash on his leg, puts him down. Must have been hit a karate. He's bleeding out, but I walk up and just, put him out. And then we just, start watching north to see what's going on. We did leave. Tegan left his comm with leader guy with the Kingsman. So once they're ready to start firing, they can say something, and that will just at that point it doesn't matter. The pirates know we're there because all hell's gonna break loose. So everything's all set up. The demo guys repositioned to cover the other 2 doors. I'm up on top watching my door. Robin's pretending to be the guy with the heavy machine gun, just in case somebody's watching or looks up. And out of the tavern in the north, a couple guys run out, and then a couple guys follow him with bows. They shoot one down, they wound the other one, but he gets them through the door into the tower that's north of there. And then they run in. Then we hear a chime coming in within the octagon, and let everybody know we've got alarms. So somebody comes out and just walks up casually to the little dock there's by the octagon. So I'm focused down on what's going on. It's an old woman wearing normal clothes, so it's not one of the pirates, but I'm trained on it just in case. And then another guy in combat armor comes out, and then another guy in combat armor comes out, and then a third guy in combat armor comes out, and they all kind of walk up towards where she is, and then they contragrav off. Okay, we don't have time to be aiming in, so I just pop it, the one on the left, and Tegan, who's on the ground, has a visual on them with his laser rifle, so he opens full auto on the guy on the right. And I got Tegan shot in his leg, but he didn't go down. And next round, I take a shot at him and the guy in the middle. I ended up missing him. The third time I shoot, but the guy in the middle nailed him right in his back. Bam! Down he went. And then I shot at the guy on the left and the guy on the right. Missed the guy on the left, but hit the guy on the right. He went down. Got him in the abdomen that time, lower back. Oh, but they had turned. That was been in the abdomen because they turned. Were firing at us at the tower. The guy with the heavy machine on the north tower started shooting at them, so we're ducked down behind the retaining wall, using the ledge as balance, stabilization, that kind of thing. So that kind of helps with all the moving around and things. Robin tries to fire off with the heavy machine gun, but it's going wild. The ship does start up, so the guys blow the demo there. The ship ends up careening into the octagon tower, which ends up sending some rocks down on Tegan. One of our guys, actually, the girl on our team, nailing her on the arm. Starts to collapse the tower. Robin and I have to pop up, and the ship continues to careen around, out of control, going out into the bay. More of the tower starts to drop down. At that point, I'm in the air. I try train back on the third pirate, and I can see him, the far side, on the ground, walking into a building. And if I recall correctly, this is the building where they've got the grav bikes. And so he pops out with a grav bike and takes off with a wall and takes off north. But while he's in there, Rob and I start heading north. I fumble something, end up twirling head over heels and landing on the ground, the northeast, right on the road. Poof, poof, poof. Knocked wind out of me, bruised up my knees and my hands. But then I get up and I start running towards the center because I envision him taking off on the road and heading up north, and I want to get to that. There's an intersection, kind of open area, so I can either, if he hasn't left yet, shoot him as he comes out, or if he has left, shoot down the road at him. But by that time, the heavy machine guns opened up on him, and he's heading north. Tegan's up on top of a retaining wall, one of the security walls, takes a blast at the guy and ends up hitting the bike, and it ends up going down north of here. We call the ship in. I called the ship in earlier. That's right. As soon as their ship took off, I called our ship in. Hey, it's going. We need to take it down. And he does get a shot off on it as it's out over the bay. And then so, sensors from the ship, where's this guy? Where's the bike? The bike's crashed on the ground. He's running towards the tree line. And he's gone. So we head out there. A couple of the guys take off, so we'll follow along with them. Let's do some searches. We can do some kind of finding. Don't see anything. We sent up a sensor drone in pattern. That lasts for 24 hours, so it should be watching for anything going on. And at that point, pretty much head back. Not much more we can do. There's some cleaning up with the octagon. Meet up with the folks. Most of them are, having a little party. We got the pirates kind of thing. It did take more of the folks than they were expecting. Some of the bandits putting up resistance. So all the bandits were killed, but they lost more people than they were hoping. We have a little discussion about stuff. The local guys want the ship for the technology on it and to help them get further their research and stuff. There's not much more we can do. that night. So we head back to the ship crash. Tegan and Renaud take Tyndall and take her back to the ship to work on her arm. Next day, we go out and try to investigate where the ship is. It's down deep. A couple of guys got aqua lungs that go down. All the bay doors are open. It's been completely flooded, on purpose, and they've jammed the machinery and damaged as much as they could. So there's not much that's recoverable here. Tegan did find some knickknacks from the captain of the ship, perhaps, that's come from different planets and stuff in the area. So maybe we can track down where they're from, based on that kind of stuff. So we collected all of that. But the pirates that were inside that ship are not. And so they're out here, in the wild somewhere as well. Set up a search grid with the ship, our ship. These contragraph harsh goes, 75 kilometers an hour. They've got essentially, 12 hours. What's the range on that? Center the grid on those 2 points, the ship and the forest, and just, run a grid with sensors, trying to find anything. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We do detect some stuff up at the mine, and on a group of the villagers heading north towards the mine from the villages. They're going to take over the mining operation up there. That's about it. Now they told us that the Anzaraki and the scout ship come at different intervals, nothing like a schedule. So we could just head back now because they have asked for assistance in getting that ship up and helping them with any kind of retribution that the pirates may come back with, which is legit. But that's something that's going to have to come from Dr. Lloyd, not us. So we can either leave now, get with Dr. Lloyd, see what he's willing to do and capable of doing for these folks, and then come back, waiting for the Anzaraki and the scout ship, because we've got to take both those ships out. Ideally, it'd be good to just board them. In fact, we can set up ambushes. The Anzaraki ship will be easier to ambush because they're just going to the mine. There's nothing really there that they can track in on. The scout ship, though, is going to come to the village, and the pirate ship's going to be gone, and the octagon's going to be damaged. And that may be, a signal for him that, hey, there's something not right here. Or if they've got any kind of comm gear. Although we went through the octagon looking for, comm gear and stuff, other than maybe their own personal comm gear, which we picked up off the dead pirates. Be nice to be able to ambush that one too. Yeah. Things to think about.